Hello, friends. This is another episode of the program Empire of Lies, in which we discuss manipulation and disinformation in the Russian media. When propaganda loses an enemy, what Russia is really saying. The latest episode of Solovyov's program isn't just a torrent of sarcasm. It's a political X-ray of a country where government and television have long since merged. Behind the bravado lies panic. Behind the mockery of Europe lies impotence. Behind the grandiose phrases about a polycentric world lies a sense of isolation. 1. A world of enemies and mice in the UN. Solovyov no longer disputes the facts. He creates an alternative planet where all evil is concentrated in the West. France is a nobodied creature in brown pants. Macron is a puppet unworthy of life. The European Union is a gathering of thieves. The UN and NATO are grey mice that have seized power. This isn't about diplomacy. It's a ritual of self-soothing. The more loudly you humiliate another, the easier it is to hide the fact that your own system is rotting from within. The Kremlin calls Europe a colossus with feet of clay. But the paradox is that Russia itself looks exactly like that. When they explain on air that the European bureaucracy is unelected, it's not an accusation against Brussels. It's a fear of its own people, something Russia hasn't questioned for decades. 2. Europe as a mirror of fear. The topic of drones over NATO occupied a special place in the program. Solovyov and his guests construct a conspiracy theory. Supposedly, Russian agents and moles are infiltrating Europe, and every drone over Warsaw or Berlin is part of a Brussels provocation against Moscow. At first glance, this seems like yet another conspiracy theory. But if you strip away the grandiloquent formulas, the world has completely lost its mind. This phrase can be repeated every day with complete confidence and calm. Everyone writes their own reality. I admire France. Vive la France. Macron, strolling alone along the Seine embankment, after yet again losing his government. A pathetic non-entity who imagined himself to be God knows what and was planning to send an expeditionary force to Odessa. They say that Napoleon Bonaparte wore a red uniform during particularly important battles, so as not to embarrass the soldiers with the colour of his blood if he was wounded. Macron has traditionally worn brown trousers. There's no other way to justify his policies. This is already the fourth Prime Minister to resign in a year.